responders of going, so
You
don't
know,
want to miss the fire department too.
Mr. Chairman, I do want to say, and like I said, I hated to have to send that text to you guys on Saturday. I think all of our stomachs turned, and that still has me shaken to this day right now. And my prayers and thoughts go out to both our police and firemen, especially those that had to go into that situation. And everybody wants to Monday morning quarterback, but my prayers are with that family and those parents, because I can't even imagine. And just a horrible situation. But both chiefs did a phenomenal job. We had counselors over there on Sunday to let both the police and fire, because just a horrible situation. That's as far as I want to kind of go with that.
Right.
Chairman,
Councilwoman.
can I have the date again for the pause and
10-5.
10-5?
Saturday.
This Saturday.
And it's from
12 to 5 is the vendor pause and pumpkins, and 6:30 is, doors open at 6, show starts at 6:30, and I think you can buy them in advance,
There is a fee
or
for
you
the
can
tickets.
pay at the door, but it's a little bit more money if you pay at the door.
but it's on our website?
Yes.
That's the 80s themed.
Yeah, the
Hair
hair
band.
bands and everything, so yeah.
All right. And you mentioned one of the tragic items that the police had to deal with. I want to give a shout out to the professionalism of our police department as they busted the pill mill. I even noticed the chief holding the door open for the defendant. I don't know if it was necessarily for the accused, more for his fellow officers, but the chief and our officers, when these things come up, and of course we know, the news media loves negative stories, but our police officers always handle themselves in a dignified manner. Chief in particular, when he's interviewed, and his commanding officers. So again, it's not a bad situation, but we need to get these folks off the street. And I just want to say thank you, to what you and your fellow officers do on a day-to-day basis.
Through the chair, that was years in the making as well, so definitely kudos to them for their due diligence and all that time.
All right. Hallapalooza this year. Since it is, I was trying to figure out what the date is. Trunk or treats? It's Friday the 25th. And just as a reminder, those that want to participate, it fills up rather quickly. Buy more candy than you ever think that you could possibly pass out, because you will go through it. But it is, really become an institution.
Mr. Chairman, they posted it today, and within 6 or 7 hours, we had 1,000 people signed up already. So everybody needs to sign up really quick, because I can tell you, I get so many phone calls and texts and messages asking me if I can get them tickets and stuff, and I cannot. So if you want to enjoy that, sign up early, because they go quick, and I think they cut it off at 2,500 people. And everybody that knows that's been a part of it, that's a long day and a lot of candy.
Especially if it rains.
And a lot of fun.
It is a lot of fun. It's one of my favorites.
All right, is there any other open business from the council? Yes. Oh, we did have a email. All right, go ahead.
Real
Madam
quick,
Clerk.
just a couple quick things. October 26th, early voting does start here at City Hall. The hours will be 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. on Saturdays and Sundays, and then 9 to 5 Monday through Friday. It does run October 26th through November 3rd. And then absentee ballots have started going out. We're sending them out daily, so if someone has a ballot, they're more than welcome to come in and get one of those. And then, as always, precincts will be open on Election Day, 7 a.m. to 8 p.m.
And there's been some notifications about some mail, so if you do have an absentee ballot, tend to get it into the mail sooner rather than later.
7 to 10 days is the post office general rule.
or they can drop it off here at City Hall.
Here at City Hall, then we have a drop box on Pine Street inside City Hall, and there's a drop box at the library, the DPW, and the Ford Senior Center, and they are checked daily by my staff members.
And only that individual, or, I believe, what are the restrictions on somebody else dropping off a ballot?
Themselves, someone from their household, or if they give permission, there's a spot on the ballot envelope for them to sign.
Thank you. All right, we'll open it up to open business from the public. Is there any open business? Please come forward. First, you, sir, in the yellow, and then you, sir, in the red. Great job.
Good evening. Quite a show, first time I've been here. Very informative. I have an issue with a neighbor decides he wants his yard, it's a salvage yard. He collects a lot of scraps. I've talked to ordinance. They've been out there. I'm sure Mr. Woolley knows him, John Kusiak.
Oh, yeah, please, if, was that, you were speaking about your neighbor's name?
Oh, I can't do that.
Well, you could. I'm gonna just,
Okay.
in terms of free speech, I'm gonna say you have the right to do that, but it's probably not good form to call out your neighbor.
Okay, well, can I say the address?
Mr. Chairman, I know who and where you're talking about, so I'm more than happy to talk to you afterwards, but if you want to go ahead and address the council.
Because like I said, you know, it's just, it's gotten out of hand. I mean, he's got 2 tents in the back, he hides his stuff in there, or he leaves it in the driveway. I mean, at least put it in the backyard. I mean, I have pictures here to give you an idea, so you kind of see what I'm talking about. And it's just, it causes rat problems. I've caught a rat and 2 mice for the last 2 days. Didn't have that problem until he moved in, you know, bringing all this salvage stuff in. And I try to work with him, but he's just hard to work with. And I really would like this for you guys to see this, to give you kind of an idea.
You could leave them down there, pass them around, but I believe you said you've been in contact with ordinance.
Sir, I can,
One neighbor said, why don't you just go to Fox News? I said, well, I'd like to bring it up to the council, let them deal with it if they can. It's just, it's causing a rat problem, he doesn't care, and it's causing problems with the neighbors and that, so I figure I'll at least give it a shot here, because this is getting out of hand, 2 or 3 trailers, he'll be hauling fridges, he's got fridges in the driveway, besides all kind of other stuff. And it's just, it's breeding these rats, that's the problem, you know.
Right, we'll take a look at the pictures. And then, as the
You got-
mayor said, right, number one, coming to the city, whenever there's a disagreement between neighbors, it's always better, right, if there's a disagreement, to go through the proper channels instead of getting into a war with your neighbor. You need to follow, you know, the rules as they're laid out in the ordinance.
Well, I have, I mean, I've talked to him the past year and a half, you know.
and
it just-
Mr. Chairman, you know, trust me, I hear
You still
you.
got boarded windows.
No, we
How
are,
would you like to live next?
no, I agree. You know, I can't say I didn't deal with something, but,
And the worst part about it, he laughs about it. Like,
well, I mean, there's procedures that we're going through, and like I said, I'll give you an update when we're done.
well, I appreciate it.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's
I'll,
out of hand.
actually, me and, one of my ordinance officers will talk to you when we're done here, so if you got some time, and,
Yes.
you know, I'll give you an update of what's going on, but I can tell, you know, let you guys know that we're on this, and it is definitely an issue.
Because the neighbors think, well, he's in friends with the.
No, I keep hearing that he keeps
Yeah.
dropping my name and that's,
And I said.
and I've made it very clear that is not true at all. That is not true at
I
all.
said, no, I'll go to the council.
Yeah,
I'd rather
it's-
bring it up and
Yeah,
let them
it's-
deal with it. I don't
yeah.
want to bring the media and all that.
No,
I mean, I'm trying to avoid all that.
Mhm.
I don't want to put a bad name on the city.
Right.
Because, you know.
No, I,
Sure, if we could, I'm
Yeah.
sorry, we are
Yeah,
at
we'll-
kind of the 3-minute
yeah,
point. I think you made your point. And sometimes there's things that cannot be said, right, if there are potential legal proceedings going on. So
Okay.
you share the pictures, I see the issue, I wouldn't want to live next to that, I can tell you that,
Nobody will.
and nobody will.
All right, well, thank you.
All right, thank you.
as soon as we're done.
And welcome back, anytime. Any further open business? Oh, I'm sorry, you're right, yes. And I have to remind, we had one email, due. Good evening.
Good evening. How's everyone this evening? My name is Martel Bivings, and I wanted to come and introduce myself to you guys. I'm running for Congress of the 13th Congressional District on the Republican ticket against Shari Tanadar. And I'm making my rounds around all 20 municipalities. Taylor, of course, is the second largest city in the 13th Congressional District. A bit about myself. I actually lived in Taylor for 2 years. I went to Blair Moody Elementary. Beyond sitting there, I graduated from Cody High School. I went to Howard University.